So here's the question: if we're live now,
We are live.
All right, cool. Hey, y'all. Does anybody see the message board?
We have 0 viewers.
Sherry's on it.
It's showing 0.
So if I go to show stream, there it is. There's a message board. Is this the board? Yep, it sure is. So the third icon from the left, message. That's how you follow along with message board. We've had some technical. We're live. We had this going a week ago, and then my laptop went down, so I'm doing everything from the phone. You see it yet, love? You're on.
You see the message board?
Type a message, just thumbs up or something, just so we know it's working.
Okay. Now,
There you
ask
go.
her if she can still see the message board when I do this.
Can you see it now? The message board? Yeah.
That's how I had it the other night. See how it's up here on the screen so everybody else can read it?
Correct.
That way, during the stream, when they watch the stream back, they can see all the comments.
So you know what's funny is I just got and Sherry just got the live stream notification. What, a minute into the show?
Yes.
That's strange.
Well, that's why I think a lot of them put the 5.
Yeah. Well, good.
Anyways,
At least
we are done. Hopefully, with the technical difficulties.
well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, we're going to be damn close.
So the problem last night was big technical difficulties, but that and tonight was.
Your internet ain't good.
It says it's good.
Well, then you're talking.
Do I need to move around?
No, you're good.
Around. So between last night and tonight, I didn't realize that Restream gave me my own studio. So I'm trying to log in with her, 20 minutes ago? Look at all these deer in the back. Look at that, babe. 3, 4, 5, 6 deer. Anyway, last night tonight, Restream decided to give me my own studio. So I'm trying to log in 20 minutes ago when David was going live. Couldn't do it. It just kept sending me my own studio. I didn't ask for it, but here we are. 5 deer. Yeah. Anywho, what's on your mind?
Well, I want to know what your thoughts are on this government shutdown.
I love it. And here's
I do too.
1.4, 1.5 billion in pork. No, we ain't gonna pass that. Y'all said let's balance the budget. The national debt is a big thing, $37 trillion. So finally, you got a group of people. I'm not even going to give Trump the credit, but you got a group of people that said, "Hey, let's do this and save some money." And you got the Democrats going, "We need all this pork and bacon and blah blah blah." Well, if you put all that in there, we're in the red again. But if you pull all that out, we're in the black. So, Schumer, when you say, "Well, we're not going to sign this bill, we're not going to vote for it," are you or are you not for responsibility, getting the debt under control? You saved 37 trillion in debt. When you're talking, you got a plan that's good, but now you got a plan that saves us money this year. That doesn't save a shit ton, but it does keep us in the black, and you're not okay with it. So, hypocrites, politics, I don't know, but I'm okay with the shutdown.
I'm perfectly fine with it, and they don't. That NPR and PBS, that's part of the 1.5 billion. I mean, trillion. It's trillion.
Yeah.
For the keep them funding, and the rest is on healthcare. What people don't understand, what he's trying to push back was emergency healthcare during COVID. COVID is over. The Democrats, when they voted that in, it was a temporary bill.
Correct.
Now he wants it to extend. We're not in COVID anymore. We don't need it.
Right.
So now we're wasting taxpayer dollars, taxpayer time. I hope Trump just goes out and just demolishes all these jobs that people are getting furloughed on.
Sure.
They said we're going to save, what did they say? $280 billion a year?
Correct.
Hey.
And if you remember, all Elon did, and this is like a long-winded situation, but Elon only said he was only going to be here for a couple of months. He didn't have plans on staying in charge, but he implemented this process of what? Just send an email out saying, just respond to us, all 150,000 of you federal workers. What have you been? Half of them didn't even open the email. Their jobs would have been secure if they just looked at the email, because all he said was, respond to the email. What are you doing? And then those other half, once their paychecks and got cut and they got fired, then they stood up and went on all these talk shows and started talking to lefties going, I got fired for no reason. Elon did the most simplest thing ever. All he did was send one email to every federal worker, knowing that most of them wasn't even going to read the damn thing. So if you're not reading your emails, you're not working. Right?
Correct.
What's the problem?
It's stupid.
And now you got left people just bitching and whining. Oh, people are getting fired left and right. I'm okay with it. Right? That's okay.
Well, and I don't know if you've seen what I talked about last night. So far this year, well, the 23-24 fiscal year, they spent New York $639 million on emergency Medicaid for illegals.
Correct.
For illegals.
Correct. By the way, David is a Marine, a veteran, and he's got some health issues, and he struggles to get the help. He gets help, but it's a struggle for him.
Yeah, I don't get free health care.
Right.
And I got to put stuff off because I can't afford it.
Correct. And if Harmy's listening, Harmy's going through the same thing. If Mike's watching, he's going through the same thing. Veterans, wounded vets, injured vets that are citizens are in the back row.
And I, don't use the VA because I don't feel there's other people that need it more than me. So I'm on the private sector. I go to the private insurance because I could use the VA, but I choose not to because there's other people that need the VA a lot more than I do. Because
you're humble. But you, sir, other vets should be at the front of the line.
Well, that don't happen.
Well, it needs to happen. That's the big. And Kicking Rocks just said something that was important. We're real close. There's some Democrats leaning this way because they're starting to realize, oh my God, we're waking up. You know, this is something that's easy to get past. All we need is 5 Democrats to say this is the right thing to do.
Correct.
Well, Kicking Rocks, I'd like to tell you, 5's a big number when you're talking party lines, but the fact that 3 have already came over, maybe we do have a chance. But certainly veterans like her, Harvey, Mike, and any other vets that are watching or listening, y'all should be at the front of the line. Nowhere in this country should somebody that came over here illegally get treated first or better than any of our vets, period.
Correct. But, well, California is going to be $9.5 billion this year in their Medi-Cal. And I hear people all the time, well, the state pays for that.
Oh.
Well, it is a state program, but they get federally funded. And when they get federal funds, don't tell me that state doesn't use those funds to pay for that. That's stupid.
It's like school systems. I put it in the same line with school systems. If you're a private school system, you don't have to follow federal guidelines or state guidelines. But if you do, which means you put in bullshit that federal and state government wants you to put in your curriculum or whatever, you'll get some monies. So this is a big shout out to private sector people that say, you know what? I know I can get some more money if I go along with your BS, but I'm not going to do it. So they don't get funding. So California does get federal funding, all of our dollars. Then they get state funding from their state, and it's bullshit.
Well, I actually have that somewhere.
Ooh, here we go.
I think it's how much they get from the government.
And I'm not slapping teachers. I'm just saying, if you get federal or state funding, that means you're going along with a policy that you are not a part of.
Correct.
You got to take the out of the schools. If you do that, you'll get some money. You got to put LGBTQRS books in there. My two dads or whatever raised me. You'll get some money. You got to do hormone study research, teachers, and you'll get money. So we all should just privately fund schools, and that's what Trump's essentially doing by saying the states now have the rights, right? When he restricted the federal government from getting involved with schools, and he elected or he appointed McMahon, Mr. McMahon, to run the education part, what'd they do? No more Fed money.
Yes.
Indoctrination.
Well,
My notes while you're doing what you're doing.
yeah, it's just exposing it, saying that they're going to, these states that are doing this are going to crash us. It's going to crash us.
Well, they're spending more. They're spending more than what we have to give.
We said New York alone, $1.2 billion from Medicaid is spent on illegal immigrants.
Correct.
That is unsustainable, and we're working to stop it. And that's from Representative Mike Lawler.
I mean, if it was 1 point something billion for that state today, let's just multiply it by 50 states, so you're $70 billion a year. And then Biden allowed 10, 15, I don't know how many millions of immigrants come over. It's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. That number's going to keep going up. What the Democrats are telling everybody is we're going to spend money on illegals when they get here by a shit ton, billions, if not a trillion eventually. And just take it while you're going broke and you can't afford to feed your families and your gas prices are up, utility prices are up. I don't know why people on the left don't see this as a problem. It is unsustainable. And that was the whole point of the Trump administration. He didn't care about people coming here. He cared mainly about once they're here, it costs a shit ton of money. And guys like you and I should not be paying for illegals to get treated better than you and me.
Yep.
That's the point. I don't care if you come here to work. I don't care if you come here to get a better life. I would too if I wasn't born here. But when you get here, how about you be humble? You should be able to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. You should bring your religion and politics. Just be humble. We'll take care of it. You're
they
not
ain't going to do it. They ain't going to do it. But I can't find it right now. I'm sure I'll find it here in a minute. But California's getting like $100.7 billion in federal funds.
Yep. Currently.
So
if this plan passes, that gets reduced to like.
But California is supposed to be one of the largest industries in the world.
On their own?
Yes. And they're supposed to have their shit together really good.
Yeah.
But they're getting $100 billion a year from the government.
And
why?
They're still broke. But they're the 13th largest economy on the planet, and they're just a state. They dwarf countries. So why they got problems? Because they're broke.
Well, you heard about Newsom. He wants oil and gas to come in now and help with the gas prices. Buddy, you done burned the bridge with them. And you think they're going to come in now and help you? And then everybody crying. Well, Trump ain't done nothing with our gas prices. My gas is pretty cheap over here. We're getting it for $2.69, $2.79 a gallon.
Yep.
Can't help California's out of control. Well,
But when
the
Trump,
beautiful governor did that. Nobody else.
but when Trump says drill, baby, drill, let's do all this, Newsom's against it. Now all of a sudden, Newsom's quarterbacking or begging or what's the word we use? All the thousands and thousands of lawyers and people in Washington D.C. What's the term we're using here? Lobbyists.
Yep.
Newsom didn't like that Trump wanted to do all that. Now he's begging to come on, give me a break, give California, because he knows he's broke, and his goal is to be president. So he has to get California under some kind of control soon to have a literal chance of running for president. Because as of now, he thinks he's the front runner in the Democratic Party. You and I already believe the guy from Pennsylvania is. Is it Shapiro? Is it Shapiro? That's the
Where in
Democrat.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Newsom knows he can't be nominated by the Democratic Party unless he gets his state in order. Now all of a sudden he's begging to big oil, big gas, big energy.
Well, we talked about this in private, but I don't think Shapiro can win.
I don't think he can either. But if any
I don't
Democrat,
think. Well, I should say I don't think he's going to get the nomination.
well, they're idiots then. And you and I agree that.
But why?
They should nominate him.
Because he's a Jew.
Boy.
And the far left hates Israel.
Yep.
So he loses all those votes.
George Soros himself sold out Jews. That's how he got his start. And he's far left. He funds all this stuff with Hillary and the Clintons. And you can shoot me now, government, if you're watching. But you're absolutely right. You and I said that if we were the Democratic committee, we'd nominate him, right?
Yep.
They won't. They'll put a Kamala up there, or a Newsom, or this guy from New York. I'm dumbfounded.
I just have problems. We have problems. The country has problems. The country has big problems.
Yep. Trump wants to lower energy costs, and he's an idiot. And 6 months later, here's Gavin Newsom, 13th largest economy on the planet as a state, saying the same thing that Trump was saying 6 months ago. And now the left is like, oh, he's right. He's right. Trump's stopping this. Trump's stopping. No, Trump ain't stopping none of this.
You got any lights on out in the backyard?
Well, the sun's going down. I'm on the deck. I am getting dark, ain't I? I'll turn the lights on. Here we go. By the way, I thought your solo show last night with my technical difficulties was pretty good, and others thought the same thing.
Well, thank you. I tried.
I gotta go grab my notes because I wanted to talk about one thing here. And it's almost on the same topic. The MS-13 guy that was sent back to Venezuela.
Yes, sir.
So if you all remember, the left and the media was saying, you can't ship him out. You can't do that to him. You can't do that. Oh, look at that image. It keeps creeping. And then we had a Massachusetts senator go down there and have a drink with him. And the entire time the left saying he needs his time in court. So, okay, he came back to court. He was found guilty again. And we deported him again. Now the left is saying, well, why did the Trump administration put him in prison? Because he had his time in court and he was guilty. He should be in an American prison, but you deported him. They flip-flopped. And so they're just always trying to abuse Trump. So you said you didn't want him deported. He needed his time and his rights in court. He got that. He lost. The judge could put him in federal prison. They deport him. And now here's the left going, well, he belongs in prison. What? That's not what you were saying. So I'm confused. Are you hypocrites or are you just stupid?
Both.
Yeah. And that refers right to the biggest topic recently in my area. I think, and I hope people message in. I know Hert's got an opinion on this. Mexican flags. I ain't got a problem with anybody from Mexico. I don't. This is not a racist show. But the topic in the last couple of days in my area on the radio been the flag from Mexico being on people's vehicles. We're proud to be Mexican. So why are you here? Why fly the American flag on your windshield or on the hood or on whatever?
I don't expect anybody to not be proud of their home country, but when you're in the United States, you're under our flag.
Correct.
If you want to be here, then fly our flag.
And I'll support you. And I will.
100%. I mean, it doesn't make sense to come into somebody else's country to improve your life, to make your life better, and then you turn around and fly your old country's flag.
Well, in the simplest terms is they did it, got away with it, and slapped us right in the face. I got no problem with. I told her it wasn't long ago. One of my customers he was Mexican American, first generation, and then had the Mexican flag above the American flag on his pole. Which, number one, that's a cardinal sin. You have to have two separate poles for two separate country flags. But regardless, I appreciated it. I just stopped and I told him, and he thanked me. And him and I together took the flag down, put the American flag on top, and then the Mexican flag. But I told him, I said, you can't do that. You cannot fly the Mexican flag above the American flag on this soil. And he was a good dude, and he understood. And he was apologetic, and it is what it is. But if you're going to drive up and down our streets with foreign flags on your car, what are you trying to say? To me, it sounds like you're saying I'm the enemy. Pay attention to me, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, what point are they trying to make, Hurt?
I don't know. I don't know what any of them think anymore. I'm lost. I don't understand how far the left has gone. That totally blows my mind. You can't have a conversation with nobody anymore. All they want to do is scream and yell. And as soon as I disagree with them, I'm a Nazi, I'm a racist, I'm a fascist. It's like, well, that's real good for a conversation right there. You know what I'm saying?
I was told today I'm racist, and I'm like, you don't even know me. You just hear my voice. And he goes, you sound like a white man. I'm like, but the last guest used the R after that N word, and you got pissed at him. Well, he can't call us that. But and he's like, but you said we call ourselves that. You do. But he put an R on the end of it, and that just changed the word. So he's guilty and you're not. But you're right now telling me that I'm racist, and you don't even know me. You don't know that I'm kind of brown. I got some Indian in me. I got some Scottish. But what are we doing? You're just following a narrative, and this is my problem. Same thing with the flag on hoods of cars. What are you trying to tell everybody? You're not saying let's come together and talk. You're driving around your foreign flag, but yet you're here to be an annoyance, or you're trying to stir up trouble. You're not trying to come to the table, because if I moved to Poland, I certainly wouldn't fly the American flag in front of my house or on my car. Why?
Correct.
Because they'll kill me. Right? And there was a time this country wouldn't tolerate that shit. Now we do. And because some are tolerating it, that's only motivating others to continue to do it. And that's the real problem. We don't punish people. We don't say you can't do that. So more and more and more keep doing it. And before long, we'll be outnumbered.
Well, I'm hoping and praying, more praying than I am hoping, we start getting this stuff figured out.
I think we are.
Have conversations. People are going to get butt hurt. But the country needs to go back to the way it used to be. And I'm not talking back in the day, but in the 1950s and 60s and 70s, woman can stay at home, man can work, have good vacations. You can do a lot of stuff. That stuff's gone now.
You sound sexist, sir. Woman has a right to vote, has a right to work. But what hurts trying to tell you is there was a time that it was simple. It wasn't judgmental. It wasn't sexist. Women stayed at home and raised their kids. What are we doing now? We're dividing. And why did the government and media start pushing women to go to work? Because now that's 2 incomes we can tax in a household. They didn't care. They just wanted more money, just like they gave blacks the right to vote and own property. Why? So they could tax them. And now, all these years later, 20, 30, 40 years later, kids are not being raised by mom and dad. They're being raised by churches, schools, or daycares. You're not even raising your kid, because if you drop your kid off at the daycare or school, somebody else is raising your kid 10 hours a day. Guarantee you that. So, by the way, shut the F up. If you're going to let somebody else raise your kid, don't be pissed at the outcome, right? We've been played a fool. If we somehow can get back to the 50s and 60s where families were families, dads were at home, families weren't split, mom and dad weren't chasing dollars because the cost of living was going up and they needed extra money. They just figured out how to be frugal and buy a used car, a beat up home, fix it up, work some side jobs. But this chasing money and chasing dreams and Lexuses and mansions and vacations, you're doing it to yourselves. You really are. We are. We fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to go chasing after money. You know the situation I'm in now.
Roger
that. It's getting tough out there in the world.
But when you look at the cost of living from let's just say 75, I know most of these numbers off the top of my head. Sorry, 1970. Pack of cigarettes was like 35 cents, 50 cents. A gallon of gas was 13, 20 cents. When I was born in 1980, since then, every time prices go up, they double. And the government brings inflation down. So they did 2 years ago. Gas in my area went to $4.27 a gallon, and everybody's like, fuck. And then they dropped it, right? Things were getting better. They dropped it to $3.15. And even my own family members went, oh man, thank God we got a deal. They literally stole from you, gave you some of it back, and the number is still way higher than it was before they stole from you, and you're happy.
I'm glad you said that, because if you have $100 in your wallet and I stole it, but I gave you back 50,
you'd be happy.
Well, you gonna be happy about that?
But that's a good cinnamon. That's perfect, Kurt.
I mean, I still got $50 I'm keeping of yours, and you're still out $50. But are you gonna be happy about it? I'm not gonna be happy about it. But everybody is so complacent. Oh yeah, gas prices drop. Why ain't it back to $1.80?
Correct.
A can of Copenhagen when I was in high school was 99 cents. It's like $8 now, $9.
Not because it causes cancer.
I don't give a shit what it causes.
Marlboro cigarettes just jumped to $12.97 in my area plus tax, so you're almost $14. Well, why didn't you charge the Big Mac at McDonald's?
Yeah,
they had no reasoning. They just shoot from the hip. But I will say this while we're on the health topic: RFK, thank you very much for removing dyes. My wife and I's youngest daughter was rambunctious, and all of a sudden we quit giving her food things with dyes. RFK has now said those types of dyes aren't going to be in our foods, and we see a big difference in our daughter. So maybe, again, I'm going back to saying maybe people are waking up. They don't like hard changes. They don't like some don't like RFK. Some don't like Trump. Lots don't like your and I's opinion. But if we get back to the family, I don't care if a man works or a woman works. But if somebody's home raising the kids and the foods are good, no dyes, and we're not being taxed out our brains, you would find the streets would calm down. You know why there's violence? I could say the N word, but motherfuckers don't have options. The poor people don't have options.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Everybody's got an option. Is it hard? Yes. I came from rags. I wasn't born growing up with a bunch of money. You know my story. I worked from 8th grade on, giving my paycheck to my mom and dad. That's what I did. So, I worked my way to where I am now. Everything I got, I worked for.
Amen.
You can get there, but it's going to take some work.
Right.
But is it easier to go out and bust your ass working every day, or go sell some drugs on a street corner, or rob somebody and take somebody else's money they earned?
I think the latter would be hard. I don't want to rob anybody. That sounds stressful and
Well, that's what happens every day.
yeah, no.
I mean, that's why I carry every day. No, you're not going to take mine. You're not going to take it.
You this hurt. Look at that light. Look at that image. I can't wait to get my laptop. So let me offer you this, and everybody's listening. So I said a while back, I think you liked it. It's a two-part story. If you're on assistance, social services, instead of just giving you a check every month or checking in on you, should say, all right, you can stay on assistance, but you're going to paint curbs or clean up the local park today. I don't want to do that. Well, you're not doing anything else. We're going to make you do that, right? You should have to do something if you're getting free money because you got free time, right? That makes sense to me. If we're giving you money and you're not working, that means you got 24 hours a day, you got free time. My second part, and if you remember, this was about 2 years ago when I thought about running for state rep, and I'm thinking about it again. Here's how I get elected. I say, I'll give everybody $5,000 that goes, women or men, down to the clinic and gets their tubes tied, or, you can't have kids anymore. You know how many people are going to run down there and do that? And people are going to be like, you can't make that. It's immoral. You can't force people to get their tubes tied or their shit cut. I'm not forcing them. I'm offering them $5,000. And you know what that does? Generation after generation later, they can't breathe. It's going to cost a shit ton up front. They have to duly, they have to make a conscious decision to go down to that clinic and get the tubes tied or their stuff cut. I didn't force them. They just know there's an incentive, $5,000. You know how many people are going to run down there to take that $5,000 and get cut or tubes tied? And we all benefit 10, 20 years later because they can't reproduce.
Yeah, but you can't reproduce, then your population goes way down.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the types of people that are using drugs and gangbang, whatever, poor people. They want.
Oh, you mean the moms that have 5 kids by 5 different daddies and sit at home, collect a check,
and then do a TikTok show bragging, I ain't getting no job. I don't need no job.
Yeah, there's a problem with that.
But stats show if you're on the system, your kids are going to be on the system. And then if your kids are on the system, their kids are going to be on the system. What do? You pay them up front not to be on the system.
T.D. Jakes, a black pastor in Dallas. Awesome guy. I watched him one day on one of the Sunday services. And he looked everybody in the congregation in the face and said, that money you get from the government every month, that ain't for you to live on. That's for you to step up and get on.
Correct.
That money is to help you get back on your feet. That money is not there for you to live on the rest of your damn life.
Correct.
There was a time when I didn't have a job, couldn't find a job. Money was tight. I went down and I need 1 month of food stamps. 1 month. You made too much money last year.
Yep.
And here's an asshole pulling up in a brand new damn Cadillac. 4 kids, all in diapers, no shoes, no shirt, no pants, just diapers. Getting a ton of fucking money every month.
Amen.
Well, you know what? I never look back. I'll go dig a ditch. I'll go throw bags of flour at the port. I will do whatever I got to do to feed my family.
Why?
Because that's how I was raised, and that's what being a man does. Taking care of your family.
That's how you wake up.
Yep.
That's how you wake up. And
to me, it's just being a man.
I want David's heard this, y'all, but so David knows me personally. Some of you that are following this know me personally. So I'm a part of the Legion, and we help the community. And we had this food basket drive, right? And every month we had 5 families we'd go give food baskets to. And I pulled up one day. It was my job to go give the food. And this guy's sitting there with his garage door open. He had a 1960 something muscle car. He had a Polaris snowmobile and a Harley sitting there. And he goes, I was wondering when you guys were going to come here. It was $250,000 nice ranch home. He goes, just throw that in the freezer. And we open up the freezer and it's full. And it's an 8-foot by 3-foot freezer. And I said, sir, when I get back to the Legion, you're off the list. And he goes, what did I do wrong? I'm like, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. You applied for this food service from the American Legion. And you got shit you could sell if you were hungry. Not only that, but your freezer is almost full. But you got 50, 70, 80 grand worth of motorcycles and snowmobiles and muscle cars. And you're sitting here and your comment was, I was wondering when you guys were going to get here. Put it in the freezer. I changed. That's when I changed. And it was 12 years ago.
Yep.
I don't help everybody no more. I don't.
No, and I'm a pretty good judge of character on who I can help and who I don't need to help. But it still bothers me. There's a lot of wasted money out there, and that's why I'm so pissed off about the shutdown. I'm happy about the shutdown, but I'm pissed off about the shutdown.
It hurts some people.
But everybody got their paychecks. When this all happened, the checks were already cut for all the federal workers.
So if you Google it, David, and I did earlier this morning, and I can't repeat it verbatim, and I wouldn't do that on this show. I'll do it tomorrow. But if you Google it, who really gets affected? Federal employees, and that's legislation, that's state, that's military, that's social services. I mean, there's only like 31% of the programs that won't be paid, and it's usually parks departments, EPA shit. But anybody that needs money, WIC, and the older folks, my mom on social services, everybody gets paid. It's federal employees at the low level. Again, Parks Department. It's an interesting number. We're not shutting the government down. The government still gets paid.
Well, and then you had, I don't know all of them. I know one of my senators does not want a paycheck during the shutdown.
That's what your senator said?
Senator Ted Cruz said he does not want a paycheck during this shutdown.
Okay, so he said he didn't want one, and I applaud him. And that's the right way to say it, because he's going to get one anyway.
Well, but he's saying hold it. He don't want to get paid. And there's another Democrat that said it, and a couple others. There's like 4 of them that said we don't want no checks.
They sound like Trump. I don't want my paycheck. They're going to get it. I'm telling you, all senators and legislatures get paid.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that Cruz said that, applaud him. He's making a point. Watch left media, CNN, and left legislatures and senators. Oh, the country's shut down. It ain't. Y'all don't panic, man. Do not panic. Your trash guy's still coming. If you're on welfare, you're still getting it. It's soldiers and low-tiered federal employees that are not going to get paid. Not you. Not grandma. Not Medicaid. Not Medicare. It ain't getting cut. And
how would you like to be a soldier overseas? Your wife's at home taking care of the babies. And you're not going to get paid.
No, she's not going to get paid.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, Hey,
That's what Cruz meant. He'll defer his payment, make sure the military gets paid. So why all you lefties are out there bitching, oh, my mom or me, we're gonna get Medicaid, Medicare, or free rent and free Obama internet and free the. No, you're all gonna get what you want. You know who don't get paid? People giving you the right to have that right. That's my problem.
yep.
Senator Ted Cruz, when he said that, I knew what he was saying. He was doing what Trump was saying. The country's dying right now. It's hurting. I don't want my paycheck. And he said that his first term. And most of us understood that's great. And we all seen where he gave it away.
And he donated his whole deal to charities.
Right. And Cruz saying that, capitalized on it. And I can't wait for Pelosi, Schumer, and one of these lefties say, oh, we're not going to get paid. Well, you know what? F you, first of all, you're going to get paid. But I'm not worried about you senators and legislators because you're all millionaires anyway. That's a whole nother subject. How you make 177 grand a year salary and you got money up the gazoo and you're still going to get on here and bitch saying, we don't get paid. The hell you don't. Look it up, folks. Senators and congressmen and women get paid. Your military don't. Your social services, Section 8, rent, Obama phone, Obama internet, they all get paid. Who don't get paid? Your military. Low paid federal employees are not going to be paid.
And those too might be happening if they keep the shutdown going on. They'll give Trump enough time, look through it. They might be cutting some of those jobs. What did they say? To save us $280 billion a year.
A year.
A year.
And now you got CNN and lefties going, oh, that's only billions. They don't even surmount it. That's where we're at now. Because the left is like, oh, we're 37 trillion in debt, so 280 billion ain't shit. Well, folks,
it's a start.
If they're willing to tell you and me and her on live TV, saving 280 billion ain't worth it. That's the problem.
But they want 1.5 trillion.
Yeah. And it's the Chuck Schumer shutdown, and CNN finally said it.
It's a Schumer because they don't want, they're going to call it the Schumer because AOC is going after his job.
AOC is silent. She ain't got an opinion on none of this shit.
Well, she said they can blame her for the shutdown and they can come straight to her office and talk to her. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Well, then all middle class Americans should just march their ass.
She's in the House. She ain't in the Senate. She's in the House. So it's already passed over there. We don't need to talk to you, AOC. Schumer is so scared that she's going to take his job. Scared. He'll be done.
What scares me is the right and the constitutionalists. Again, I'm not a Republican. I know David's not, as he might say he is, but I'll speak for me. I'm a constitutionalist. The problem that we have, and always pay attention to politics, y'all. AOC is going to say some things, but she ain't going to get ultra violent because lately they're saying AOC, possibly the mayor of New York or the governor of California, right? There's three names that have been used for the next election. Now, most of us know you can throw shit at the wall all day long. You're not going to beat J.D. Vance. And maybe even the Republicans nominate somebody other than J.D. Vance, but you're not going to beat this unless you prove to the American people that what Trump's doing and JD's doing is wrong. So what are they doing right now? Fighting back against debt, right? Debt.
They have no plan.
Saying is the poor people are suffering because Trump's in office, and we need to spend that 1.45 billion or trillion dollars. But what we do now know, you and I and our listeners now know, all that money that they want, that pork, 1.5, I said 4, you said 5, is for immigrants. It's not even for you. So before you get on this big roller coaster ride of AOC's great or Newsom's great or the mayor communist Muslim in New York City's great, You're wrong. Your humor is the government shut down because the Republicans won't agree to spend 1.4 to 1.5 trillion dollars on somebody other than you. Take it personal.
Yep. And people, for all those watching, looks like we got 4 watchers right now. We had 5 at one time. Hit the like and follow button for us, please. I hate asking that, but that helps us get better.
I will say, if you start hitting that like and follow button, Dave is going to get communist on your ass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It does bother him, and it does bother me. If you're going to take the time to watch the video, just hit there's no effort. Just hit that like.
Yep, that's all you got to do. Hit the like button. So,
What do you think, Marine?
I think we got a good show now. We got stuff figured out. Going to get your audio just a little bit better because you cut out every once in a while, but it's all good.
But once my laptop's home, we're good.
Yeah, once we get the laptops going, it's all over but crying.
By the way, I think I'm the only one showing our original thoughts. The mad cow behind me, and then we got the drunken, skinny cow. Y'all, when Hurt and I decided to do this, it was before Charlie was killed. But once he was killed, we're gonna do it. We didn't know what to call ourselves. There were names that were taken. And I said, let's be stupid with it. Let's show a drunken, weird, mad cow behind us. So that's my image tonight. We've got better ones that made her go. And Harmy, if you're listening, I got asked this morning when I jumped on Call of Duty, because I play Call of Duty. Somebody said, who's the guy on your show that goes... The inside joke before we started the show was Hurt and I get each other wound up and we laugh so hard. We should record that laugh, whether it's mine or his. His is pretty good. But when you do hear that, you're about to hear something real funny or real honest.
One of the two. One of the two.
So shout out to JT and Chuck if you're listening. Help us push the show. We ask that y'all push the show. Just do your jobs. Do what you're supposed to do as an American. And if you're associated with me and David, I don't have to ask you or tell you. Just push it, send it, forward it.
Actually, what we're going to do? Try to do a show like every 3 days or something like that?
I think that was our goal, but it all depends.
Depends on our schedules or time.
Or life, or news.
Yes. If something we need to get on, we'll get on earlier.
I do want to do a Charlie Kirk thing next week or two. I'll put it together. I'm not trying to piggyback, but what I'm saying is I don't want people to forget Charlie.
No.
Motivated me and Hurt strong as all get out. And a lot of people are going to forget. That's what happens, right? I ain't even been to my granddad's cemetery plot in years. Why? Out of thought, out of mind. Charlie, he's way different. In my opinion, he should have a national day of remembrance. And others will say, well, he's not Martin Luther King. He reached more people than Martin Luther King. There's people around the world that got shot for walking out in the street in Iran, hanging, raising billboards or signs they're carrying. And they got killed because you can't talk Christian talk, right? Charlie wasn't even mean. He wasn't mean. He wasn't angry. He wasn't a personality. He just wanted to talk. The world spoke. So in my opinion, in America, the United States, he should have a day of celebration. He won't get it. There's no way, unless we all speak up and demand it. But as far as I'm concerned, Martin Luther King might have been a good man, but research says he's had a lot of illegitimate wives and kids and blah, blah. I'm not saying because he's black he was bad. I'm just saying as a man, Charlie Kirk was better than him. But Charlie's getting shit on? No. It's my job, not Hurt's job. But as long as I'm breathing, Charlie's a hero.
He is. I agree with that. I agree with all that. When you get shot for speaking your beliefs,
like you and me right now.
Yeah, that hits a nerve.
If they shoot you right now for your opinion, Hurt, you might as well go ahead and tell people what's going to happen.
It ain't going to be pretty. And you will be found.
Fine.
And be dealt with. That's all I can say on TV. Yep. But, you know, and that's something that where you and me are, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Constitution, I don't care who you are. You do not deserve to get shot for your beliefs.
Nope.
I don't care. Don't care. When the people up in Minnesota got killed,
Democrats, husband and wife,
my heart was broken.
Yeah.
It does not matter. I don't care what side you're on. Violence is not the answer.
Listen, I use the word hate very seldom, but Gavin Newsom, I hate your politics. I don't hate you as an individual, but I'll talk to you. I'll debate you. But I certainly do not want anybody to hurt you. I don't. Biden, when Biden was president, Hurt and I talked a lot about he's a real shit president. And we knew that he wasn't actually our president. I'm going to move in the line a little bit better. But I didn't wish that man dead. So when these people were saying Trump's first term, I hope he dies. And then when he was assassinated, almost they missed a little bit. Do you know what that means when you wish the president of the United States to be killed? That means weakness. That means you're not happy with the country, so you're going to kill that guy. But that guy or woman eventually is not really in charge. It's your Senate and kind. So quit pushing the hate. And Hurt is learning a lot about me in the last couple of weeks. One show a couple of days ago, he's like, wow, I don't want hate. I want everybody to understand. I don't like Chuck Schumer. That doesn't mean I'd beat his ass if I seen him. I mean, I'm going to talk to him strongly, like a Newsom. But I don't want his kids and grandkids to lose him. That's stupid. And if you're going to go this route, that's weak. That's
being a coward.
You're going to shoot somebody from a distance. You sneak a gun, a pistol, and you walk up and shoot me or her or Trump or whoever. You're still a coward. Give me a chance to defend myself. Let's have a conversation. We can fix things. But you shooting me or her or Kirk or Trump or Kennedy or whatever. What is that? What that didn't fix anything. You fucked up. You thought, well, I'm gonna put an end to this. You know what you did? If you're listening, kid, 300 to 400,000 people have been baptized on American universities in common rooms or waters, whatever you want to call it, fountains. And then around the world, Iranians walked out in the street holding signs. God bless Charlie. Boom, killed by their own government. So there is saying tough. I think Hurt understands me enough. You know, I'm in the country. I raised my kids' country. They know God. They know family. And they know respect. That's all Charlie ever wanted. But what I didn't know that Charlie taught me was, hey, Phil, how about you start talking to people that disagree with you, but convince them that it's okay to disagree. And for 44 years, if you disagree with me, I punch you in the face. And all of a sudden, let's sit and talk about this. Right? We all got problems. We all got shit. But killing is not the answer.
No, sir.
2 kids and a wife.
Well,
I'll ask you all about that. I got a wife and I got 5 kids. You kill me, there's 6 people that just lost something that they really respect and lean on. Don't shoot me. Beat my ass. Come up and punch me. Fight me. Hey, hurt nose. I'll fight. But don't shoot me. That's stupid. Be bigger than yourself. Do better than yourself. Think outside the box. I'm not asking to love every race, but certainly don't be racist. But think outside the box. Hurt don't deserve to be killed. Neither do I. Neither do you. Neither does our wife. Neither do our kids. So stop it. You stop it with love and talk. If that don't work, well, I don't know the answer. I'm not a psychiatrist, but
Don't know. This new world's a little bit crazy right now. So
I just fear they're taking advantage of the weak and the crazies.
yeah, but it is what it is. The banner.
40 and 50-year-old men aren't out there killing people, man. 60-year-old men and women ain't. It's the youth that went to college and was indoctrinated to hate a certain. Hey, man, Jesus is good. I'm gonna say this right now, and y'all can just dislike this. Whatever. Jesus is good. Family is great. Friends are awesome. That's it.
Yep.
If you hate those things, debate me, but don't shoot me because I say my wife and my family and my friends and Jesus Christ is great. That's cowardly. That's Satan. I dare you to walk on the church property and say, sucks, your wife's a bitch, and I hate you. Well, before all those words got out of your mouth, oh,
It wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good. Well, Scott,
it's 57-15. Your end remarks, go ahead.
end remarks. Democrats are going to eat this a lot harder than they think they are with the shutdown. Love and care about each other. Let's stop the hate. I don't care what side you're on. You can come talk to me. I'll talk to you. If we can talk like this, we can figure stuff out. Scott's the perfect example of that. He said something last year that meant a lot to me. We agree on 80% of the bullshit. 20% of the shit we don't agree on. We ain't going to fix the 20%, but we can get that 80% done. Let's get it done.
Correct. And Hurt, thank you. And this how I'm not going to repeat that. What I'm going to say is the 80% shit, we all do agree. The 20% is guns and abortion. Leave it alone, y'all. Leave it alone. But we all do want our kids to have health care, education. We all want good jobs. We want to feel secure. We can agree on 80% of the topics. But those 20% of the topics, let go. I can't convince you that my guns are good. You can't convince me that abortion is good. So just stop and love each other for the 80%. Amen.
Correct.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Hit the follow and like, and we'll see you next time.